What if everything you were taught about history is a lie? 12,000 years ago, a global civilization existed, advanced, powerful, and erased in a single night. We're told our ancestors were primitive, yet the planet is covered in impossible ruins. Precision stonework, lost technology, cities swallowed by the sea. This isn't myth, it's memory suppression. Tonight, we open the forbidden archive of humanity's true past. The timeline lie, the war on memory. Modern academia has built an unbreakable fortress around a single artificial boundary, 4000 BC. They teach us that before this moment, humanity was little more than a clever animal, hunter-gatherers fumbling with stone tools, incapable of advanced engineering, astronomy, mathematics, or abstract thought. According to the official narrative, civilization suddenly appeared in Mesopotamia and Egypt, as if sparked by divine inspiration. But the earth itself is screaming a different truth. Scattered across the geological record are anomalies that should not exist, objects and knowledge that violently contradict the accepted timeline. These are not myths or legends. They are physical, measurable, documented discoveries that mainstream history quietly ignores, dismisses, or buries. Why do we find the London hammer, a refined iron tool with a wooden handle, encased inside limestone dated to over 100 million years old? Why was a delicate gold chain discovered embedded inside a solid block of coal in 1891? Coal that formed 300 million years ago. Why do human-like footprints appear fossilized alongside dinosaur tracks in multiple locations around the world? These are known as out-of-place artifacts, or OOPArts, glitches in the matrix of official history. They are the cracks in the story we were told never to question. The suppression of these anomalies is not accidental. It is structural. If the timeline collapses, the entire foundation of authority collapses with it. Education, religion, economics, power. It is a weapon used to control the present. Nowhere is this more obvious than in the case of the Piri Reis Map of 1513. This map should be impossible. Compiled by Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis using what he called ancient source maps. It shows the coastlines of Africa, South America, and most disturbingly, Antarctica, accurately drawn without ice. Not only that, but the map appears to depict the subglacial rivers and mountain ranges beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, features that modern science only confirmed in 1958 using seismic radar. Mainstream science admits Antarctica has been buried under more than a mile of ice for at least 6,000 years, and likely far longer. So who mapped it? Who surveyed a frozen continent when humans were supposedly chasing mammoths with spears? The only logical answer is the one academia refuses to consider. There was a global civilization before the Ice Age. A planetary maritime culture, a mother civilization that explored, mapped, and understood the Earth with a level of precision that rivals modern science. They used advanced spherical trigonometry, calculated the Earth's circumference to within a few miles, and tracked celestial cycles over tens of thousands of years. They understood the precession of the equinoxes, a 26,000-year wobble of Earth's axis that cannot be discovered in a single lifetime. It requires generations of continuous observation, meticulous record-keeping, and advanced astronomy. This knowledge did not evolve slowly. It appears fully formed, as if inherited or given. Every year, archaeology reluctantly uncovers more evidence. At Gunung Padang in Indonesia, excavations reveal a massive layered pyramid structure, buried deep underground, radiocarbon dated to 20,000 years old or more. Entire civilizations were literally built on top of it, unaware of what lay beneath. The wall of 4000 BC is not the beginning of history. It is the boundary of our willingness to remember. The Megalithic Code, engineering of the immortals. If you truly want to understand the technology of the ancients, Do not look at myths. Look at the stones. Across the planet, from Egypt to Peru, from Japan to Lebanon, we find a repeating signature, a megalithic code. A universal language of stone engineering that appears independently across continents, with no official connection. In Baalbek, Lebanon, the Temple of Jupiter sits atop the Trilithon, 3 limestone blocks weighing over 800 tons each. They were quarried, transported, lifted, and placed with millimeter precision. Even today, we do not possess a mobile crane capable of performing this task at the site's elevation. How was it done? And more importantly, why? At the Giza Plateau, the Great Pyramid stands as the ultimate anomaly. Officially called a tomb, despite containing no body, no inscriptions, and no funerary artifacts. It is in reality a mathematical and astronomical machine. Its base is level to within 15 millimeters across 13 acres. Its sides are aligned to true north with an accuracy that modern skyscrapers struggle to match. Multiply its height by 43,200, and you get the polar radius of Earth. Multiply the perimeter of its base by 43,200, and you get the equatorial circumference of Earth. This is not symbolism. This is encoded planetary data. Inside the Serapeum of Saqqara, we find 24 massive granite boxes, each weighing over 100 tons, carved from solid Aswan granite, one of the hardest stones on Earth. The internal surfaces are polished to optical flatness. The lids fit so precisely that they form a vacuum seal. Granite cannot be worked this way with copper chisels and stone hammers. To achieve this level of precision, you need diamond tooling, high-speed drills, and advanced measurement systems. Yet there is no soot in the pitch-black tunnels, no evidence of torches or oil lamps. Something else illuminated these chambers. At Pumapunku in Bolivia, 13,000 feet above sea level, we find stone blocks cut with modular precision so exact, they resemble machine-molded components. The H-blocks are identical, interchangeable, and geometrically perfect, suggesting mass production. In Cusco, Peru, polygonal stone walls interlock like puzzle pieces without mortar, capable of withstanding the most violent earthquakes. Each stone is uniquely shaped, yet fits perfectly with its neighbors, an engineering feat even modern builders struggle to replicate. This was not brute force. This was stone softening technology, possibly using sound, vibration, or resonance. Legends speak of singing stones, of sound waves that made rock behave like clay. This was sonic engineering. These structures were not temples, they were nodes. Together they formed a global energy grid, resonance structures aligned with ley lines, earth frequencies, and celestial cycles. A system designed to harmonize human consciousness with the planet itself. The Younger Dryas, the night the gods died. Approximately 12,800 years ago, the world ended. Scientific evidence supporting the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis suggests a fragmented comet struck the North American ice sheet. The impact triggered instant melting of vast ice masses, releasing floods hundreds of feet high that swept across continents. The climate shifted in days. The skies burned. The oceans rose. This was not a local disaster. It was a planetary cataclysm, and it left a scar in human memory. From the Epic of Gilgamesh to the biblical Noah, from Hindu texts to Mesoamerican legends, over 500 cultures record a great flood, a time when the gods fell, the world was destroyed, and humanity was reborn. Coastal cities vanished beneath the sea. This is why we find submerged ruins like Yanaguni, Bimini Road, and Dwarka. Stone structures resting on the ocean floor where no civilization was supposed to exist. The survivors were not random tribes. They were the keepers of knowledge. Scientists, engineers, astronomer priests. They fled to high ground, the Andes, the Himalayas, Anatolia. When they later descended among the scattered survivors, they were remembered as gods, Viracocha, Oannes, the seven sages. They brought agriculture, law, architecture, and astronomy, not as inventions, but as restored knowledge. Every creation myth is actually a reboot story. The genetic mystery, the secret of the blood. But the final secret is the most dangerous one of all. There is a sudden, unexplained leap in human cognition, an explosion of intelligence that appears almost overnight in the evolutionary record. Language, abstract thought, symbolism, mathematics. This was not gradual evolution. It was an upgrade. As explored in the Sitchin narratives, Homo sapiens did not simply evolve, they were modified. A genetic intervention occurred at the height of the lost civilization. Why is this hidden? Because if humanity remembers its true origin, the entire system collapses. You are not a slave species. You are not insignificant. You are the descendant of something far older and far greater. LiDAR scans now reveal vast cities beneath the Amazon. Melting ice in Antarctica exposes geometric shadows beneath the surface. The past is returning whether we are ready or not. The legends of time are not fantasies. They are warnings. We are approaching another great cycle. The lost civilization is not dead. It is encoded in us. The only question left is this: are you ready to remember who you really are?